हेलो, कैन यू गाइस हियर मी? आवाज आ रही है? ओके। Yep, can you hear me? Can we start? Hello, can I get response?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what we have is basically today we are discussing the normal distribution chapter, sir. So normal distribution is the last chapter, which means this is basically one, two, three, four, five, chapter number seven. Okay. So normal distribution is basically what we are discussing, sir. This is chapter number seven that we have in the book from the Edexcel, and we are discussing normal distribution, chapter number 7 of the normal distribution. ठीक है जी, clear on this, right? Got it? Any problem? So we have question number 3 that we have to solve. Okay, this is basically, sir, January 2021 paper. I'll give a couple of seconds to read. Okay, I'll give a couple of seconds to read the question. So make sure quickly read the question. So this is January 2021 paper. Okay. So what we have is basically question number 3. That is the weights. Can you guys hear me right? Falling. So normal, the weights of the packages that arrive at a factory are normally distributed with the mean of 18 kg and the standard deviation of 5.4 kg. Okay. So what we have, the mean is given and the standard deviation is given as well. We have to find the probability that a randomly selected package weight less than 10 kg. Okay. So a randomly selected package will weight less than 10 kg for 3 marks. So it's a very basic question on this. So it will be, sir, starting from here. Question number 3, part A. You will be saying that X is basically, first you define your variable, sir. So what is our variable, students? That X is basically the weights of the weights in kilograms. Okay, guys, with me following, can you hear me? Weights in kgs of the packages at the factory, weights in kgs of packages at factory. And what we have is basically that X follows a normal distribution. X follows a normal distribution, which is basically 18 kgs, comma 5.4 square, mean comma variance. Okay, so X follows a normal distribution, that is mean comma variance. Standard deviation is 5.4, so variance will be 5.4 square. Okay, this must be clear. Okay, students, because this is called standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation is, sir, 5.4 kgs, and this will be the square of that the variance will be, sir, 5.4 square. Okay, understanding? Clear? What we have to find is the probability that the weight is less than 10 kg. So we have to find the probability that the X, which is the weight, is less than 10 kgs. Okay, so sir, the weight should be less than 10 kg. So always remember, try to draw the diagram, which will help you in every question. So this is one of the more important tips here, that in normal distribution, try to draw the diagram. Okay, normal distribution, try to draw the diagram. So here we go. This is the diagram done, sir. And it will be, the mean is there, sir, that is 18, and 10 will be here. Less than side, we have to find the probability of less than 10. Okay, so how do you do it? It's basically the first thing, very simple basic question, that you will have to find the Z value first. That is X minus X value minus the mean. what is the formula for Z value to find out? That is the X value, whatever you value you have, divided by standard deviation, X minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Okay, getting it? So that's what we have to do here as well, students. So it will be, sir, 10 minus 18 and divided by, sir, 10 minus 18 divided by 5.4. Okay, so I will get the Z value, which is going to be, sir, the Z value is equals to 10 minus 18 divided by 5.4. I'm getting this as negative 1.48. So it will be, sir, negative 1.48. Try to do it 3 decimal places, negative 1.482. That will be my value coming. 8 cancel out 5, 5, 4, 2. Yeah, negative 1.482. So basically, students, I need, sir, probability of Z is less than, yep, can I get response falling, right? Probability of Z is less than negative 1.482. How can I find this? Because negative is not possible to find. So what we need to understand, it will be the opposite way of doing it. We have to find the negative side. Follow carefully in the highlighter. Okay, this is the negative Z values. Okay, here we will get all the negative Z values here. So we can't find the probability of this part directly because we have a negative Z value, students. We need to understand that, sir, here comes the negative Z value. But because there is symmetric, so we'll have a positive Z value here. So what we can do is basically 1 minus this and to get the final answer. So it will be 1 minus probability of Z is less than 1.482 or 481. That's the same thing. So let's look at 1.48. Okay, so they give it to 2 decimal place. So we'll have to do it like that way. So it will be 1.48. The Z value, when the Z value is 1.48, the probability is 0.9306. Okay, students, when the Z value is 1.48, it's basically 0.9306. And here we go, sir. This will be the answer, 1 minus 0.9306. It is basically 0.069. You can round it off to this as well, or you can give 0.0694 as well to 3 decimal places as well. Okay, guys, 3 significant figures. This is the answer for part A. Hope everyone got this. Okay. Question number 3, part A is done. We have to find the probability. We have done that. Okay. The next thing we have to work out is basically the heaviest 15% of the packages are moved. Okay, so the heaviest 15% of packages are moved around the factory by Jamima using a forklift truck. Okay, so what we have is basically, okay, using a forklift truck, the heaviest 15% of packages are moved around the factory by Jamima. So there is a person, Jamima. Am I audible, right? And you guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So heaviest 15%. So again, for 3 marks, sir, we have to find the weight in kg of the lightest of these packages that Jamima will remove. Okay. So the heaviest packages are moved using the forklift. We have to find the weight in the kg of the lightest of these packages that Jamima will move for 3 marks. Okay. So that is, we have to understand the question here carefully, sir. What we can say here, basically we'll do it on the next page now, but let's just zoom in to understand that how we are going to solve this part B. So it will be, sir, if we talk about part B here, it is going to be, sir, okay, 15% of the packages वो heaviest हैं, ठीक है? So 15% of packages heaviest हैं, what means we can say कि हम इसको इस तरह कर सकते हैं कि we already know 15% जो है ना वो probability है, but we don't know कि वो कितना weight होगा उसका, ठीक है? That is the weight we have to find. Getting it, guys? We have to find that weight कि ये कैसे होगा. So follow very carefully कि what we know is basically, because the question is being continued, right? So we can say that probability of X is, let's call this W, okay? We don't know what is W. So probability of X is greater than W, whatever weight is basically 15%, which means 0.15 probability. So what, let me explain again. We don't know कि कौन सा weight है. There is one particular weight जिसके बाद वो heaviest weight हो जाते हैं. But हमें probability पता है कि 15% of the weight are heaviest, okay? 15% of the weights are heaviest, sir. So हम यहाँ पर यही करें कि because probability x is greater than w is basically 0.15, the probability is given. So we can find out the value of w because everything will remain the same, because you already know that w minus the mean. So sir, mean value we already know that is 18 kgs, okay? And we have to divide that by the standard deviation that we already know, that is 5.4 kgs, okay? Standard deviation that, so here we'll just have to put the z value, whatever the z value is coming. So it's just in this case you have to look at the opposite way, okay students? In this way we have to look at the opposite way. But again, this type of the normal distribution diagram will always help. In every part, try to draw this to make sure that you are not at a mistake. So here we go, sir. This is the mean 18. And because we have 15% only probability greater than, so it will be at this level, okay? So it will be, sir, 18 is this, W is this. So we, as I said, on the left-hand side, the W value is positive, Z value is positive. So here we can say that whatever you are going to get will be the Z value positive. So now you have to look for के 0.15 का 0.15 का कैसे what will be the z value for the area probability of 0.15, okay students? What will be the z value for the probability of 0.15? So students need to understand that we'll have to change the question, because it is not possible to find the it is not possible to find the area of the greater than side, okay? It's not possible to find the area of the right hand side. It's been the area on the right hand side, it's not possible to find. So it will be probability of x is less than w, that will be 0.85, okay? Opposite area will take it, sir. Everyone getting it? Will take the opposite area, sir. So it will be 0.85, okay? This part, okay? So here we go. Now you can find out that 0.85 is the probability. And what will be the 0.85? You just work it out. 0.8508 is here. So it will be somewhat here, which you can take. Or let's see if we have 0.85. Understanding? It's there. It's already there. We can say here clearly कि अगर आपकी probability 0.15 हो तो आपकी z value 1.0364 होती है. Okay, students? So if your probability is 0.15, your probability is 0.15, the z value will be 1.0364. ठीक है जी? So it will be w minus 18 divided by 5.4, and it will be 1 point, the value what was coming 1.036. तो इसकी अभी जरूरत नहीं है, because in this case the already it's given, the PDF is providing, the formula table is providing that if the probability is 0.15, the z value will be coming 1.0364, okay? So that will be the case here, positive value. And now you'll solve it to get the w, the weight. So it will be, sir, 1.0364 multiply by 5.4, and then once you got this, it will be plus 18 as well to get the final answer. Let's do it step by step. W minus 18 into 5.4 into 1.0364, and then W is equals to 5.4 into 1.0364. So it will be 5.59656 plus 18. W is equals to 5 point plus this thing plus 18. So it's coming 23.59. So you can round it off to 23.6. So it will be that case here. Okay, 23.6 will be the answer. 23.6 kgs is the weight that we are looking for. कि उसके बाद इसके आगे heaviest weight होंगे और उसके पीछे light weight होंगे. Everyone getting it, guys? That's what the question is saying. Okay, sir, what we have to find is basically find the weight in kgs of the lightest of these packages that Jemima will move. So basically what we can say here is, okay, 23.6 kg वो weights होंगे. More than 23.6 kg are the heaviest weight, and less than 23.6 kg will be the lightest weight, okay? Then when we talk about the next part is basically part C, that one of the packages not moved. So one of the packages not moved. So one of the packages not moved by Jemima is selected at random find the probability that it weighs more than 18 kg. Okay, so we have K, find the probability that it weighs more than 18 k that it weighs more than 18 kg. We have to find out that the probability that it weighs more than 18 kg, मतलब it should weight more than mean, क्योंकि हमारा mean ही 18 kg है. We have to find the probability for that, students. Any doubts, any questions, let me know, we can talk about it. So we have to find the probability it weighs more than 18 kg. One of the packages is selected at random. It is not moved by her. So we need to think about that now, okay? So what it's going to happen, okay, basically, sir, what we have to do is part C will be that if we talk about that the weight of the, find the probability weight, it's more than 18 kg. So we have to find that the probability of X is greater than 18 kg, that the weight is 18 kg. And they are telling us कि जो पैकेज है वो नॉट मूव्ड है, विच मीन्स वो हैवीएस्ट पैकेज में आता है, तो वो उस हैवीएस्ट पैकेज वाली वेटिंग में आता है. 15% जो वेटेज थी, तो हमारे पास ऑलरेडी वैल्यू आ गई है. तो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू बेसिकली स्टूडेंट्स, यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द प्रोबेबिलिटी फॉर द वेट which is between 18 till 23.6. Okay, students, so we have to find the weight, which is, we have to find the value, we have to find the probability, we have to find the probability for that weight which is more than 18 kgs and less than 23.6 kgs, because 23.6 kgs तो हमारा heaviest weight पे starting कर देता है. ठीक है, तो follow carefully how will you do this as well. So it will be simple as well. Okay, you are going to take, this will be 18. Okay, so this will be 18 and this will be 23.6. Okay, so this will be 18 and this will be 23.6. 18 is the mean and 23.6 will be this thing. Okay, so it will be 18 and 23. Between 18 and 23.6 we have to find the probability, students. So it will be simple. What you have to do is simply just follow carefully that you will do probability of X is less than 23.6 minus the probability of X is less than 18. That is what you have to do to get the answer. So already we know the answers here. Okay, कि probability of, क्योंकि 23.6 हमारे पास वैल्यू आ गई थी, तो अगर probability of X is greater than 23, 0.15 है, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा, this should be कि probability of X is less than 23.6, ये सारा हो जाएगा सर 85%, ये हो जाएगा सर 0.85. एंड वी ऑलरेडी नो कि उसका आंसर जो है वो क्या हो जाएगा 0.85 माइनस 0.85 माइनस 0.5, बिकॉज ये जो है आपका मिडिल वैल्यू है, मीन है, तो ये 50-50% जो है वो डिवाइड होता है, तो ये पूरा एरिया जो है probability of X is less than 18 का 50% होगा. मैं मार्क भी कर देता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स. सो दैट विल बी सर 50%. ओके, दैट इज 0.5 एंड दिस इज 0.85. तो ये आ जाएगा सर 0.85 माइनस 0.5 will be sir 0.35. Okay, this will be coming 0.85 minus 0.5, it will be 0.35. But because we have to find the probability, so it will be what is the total possible, कि total possible probability जो थी हमारी वो 0.85 थी, राइट, क्योंकि हम चूज कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज हम सेलेक्ट किस में से कर रहे हैं 85% probability में से. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, टोटल probability was 85%, क्योंकि वन ऑफ द पैकेजेस दैट इज नॉट मूव, तो हम ऑपोजिट वाले में से सेलेक्ट कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो होप एवरीवन गॉट दिस. इट विल बी 0.35 divided by 0.85, which will give us our final answer. Okay, so it will be 0.4117. Okay, so it will be 4117, that we can convert it to 0.412. So part C is also done here. Let me know, got it students? Clear? Understood guys? Any questions?
Yes,
any doubt?
yes, it's clear.
Then part D is for 3 marks as well again. So it's a huge 4, 7, 10, 13 marks question. They are saying a delivery of 4 packages. A delivery of 4 packages is going to be made, sir. Okay, so what we have is delivery of 4 packages is made to the factory. The weights of the packages are independent. We have to find the probability that exactly 2 of them will be moved by Jamima. So they are basically talking about binomial distribution here, that out of the 4 packages, out of the binomial distribution also coming in, that out of the 4 packages, there are 2 packages will be moved by Jamima and the weights of the packets are independent. If she is moving out them, we already know the probability is 0.15. Okay, so it will be, sir, follow carefully for part D. It is going to be, sir, a delivery of 4 packages made to the factory. That 2 of them will be moved by Jamima. The weights of the packets are independent, so we have 4, and so you can say that X follows the binomial, and we have, sir, 4 packages in total. Number of observations are 4, and the probability of success will be, okay, moved by Jamima. So around the factory moved by Jamima, it's 15%. So 0.15 is the probability of success. And sir, you have to find the probability of X exactly 2. Make sure follow the wordings and carefully that it will be probability of X is exactly 2 of them. Okay, so we have to do exactly 2 of them. That probability of X is equals to 2 will be the case here. Okay, so it will be 4C2 into 0.85 to the power of square into 0.15 to the power of square. That will be the case. Okay, 4C2 into 0.85 to the power of square, probability of failure and probability of success. Okay, getting it, guys? 4C2 must be I'll write down the binomial formula as well. It is basically NCR into Q, the probability of failure, into the probability of success to the power of R. That is the formula for binomial. आपके पास 4 observations है, sir. Sir, we have 4 observations, and out of that, we have to choose any 2 of them, exactly 2. The weights are independent. They are put to the factory, and that's how we are going to do. Okay. So it will be 4C2 into 0.85 to the power of square into 0.15 to the power of square. So it will be 0. This is the probability, sir, 0.0975. That's it. 0.0975. With this January 2021 questions gets completed of the Edexcel statistics. Very crystal clear explanation is given. The answer is given. The probability, what will be the probability for this? Got it, guys? Clear? Following?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a binomial. Part D is basically, sir, a binomial distribution question. So they're involving chapter number 6 as well in this last part for 3 marks. So binomial distribution is also being tested in the last part, sir. That is for part D. Any more explanation required or got this clear now? Understood this? So we've got the weights, that exactly this thing clear. And binomial distribution, let me write down the formula as well for this if anyone have any doubts. So it's basically X follows binomial n comma p, where n is the number of observations and p is the probability of success. Okay. So next we move forward. After January 21, we have the June 21, again similar type of question, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 13 marks question again. So I'll give again couple of minutes, couple of seconds to read this, and then we'll solve this June 2021 question as well. Okay. So here we go. When we talk about question number 4, again, sir, this is normal distribution question, chapter number 7 of the Edexcel book. And it talks about normal distribution that we have to do. Question number 4 for 13 marks out of 75 marks, which means you can say 13 out of 75 into 100. Almost 17%. Okay, so normal distribution is basically 17 to 20% of the paper, you can say. Okay, 17 to 20% of the paper is a huge marks. Okay, so let's work it out. If you talk about question number 4, part A, Chris is working. So there is a person, Chris is working in the mail room of a large company and is responsible for all the letters sent. Okay, so Chris works in the mail room of a large company and is responsible for all the letters sent by the company. The weight of the letters have the normal distribution, mean and standard deviation given. Okay, with the mean and standard deviation given, the weights of the letter by the company. So for 3 marks, sir, we have to estimate estimate the proportion of letters sent by the company that weights less than 120. Estimate the proportion means basically, sir, if we decode this question, it is basically they're talking about the probability. They're asking us to find the probability here. So it will be the probability for that, okay? The probability for that, okay? So we have to find the probability. So it will be for part A. For part A, estimate the proportion of letters sent by the company that weight less than 120 grams. So that is for part A we have to do. So again, first you will define your variable that X is basically the weights, again weights in grams now. So sir, weights in the grams of the letters sent by the company, weights in grams of letters sent by the company. So here we have one of the part here, okay? So weights in grams of letters sent by the company. So here we go. So it will be X follows a normal distribution. That is basically mean 165 and standard deviation as 35 grams, okay? So mean is 165 and standard deviation. So it will be mean, because the formula for this also, write it down, X follows a normal distribution. This is the mean and this is the variance, okay? So mean comma variance is the parameter for this, okay? Mean comma variance is the parameter. So X follows normal distribution 165, sir, and standard deviation as 35 grams, okay? So again, we have to estimate the proportion, sir, for which his weight is less than 120. So that will be not difficult. And let's try to quickly finish this up for 3 marks, okay? So here we go. So it will be, sir, very simple and clear here that it was going to be a normal distribution. And here we have is the value, that is the mean value is 165 and 120 will be somewhat here, sir, okay? So 165 will be here, 120 will be here, sir. 165, 120. We need to find the probability of less than part, students. So we need to find this probability, okay? Understood? Got this clear with me following? Any questions, any doubts?
Yes, sir.
So sir, here we go. It will be Z is equals to, sir, 120 X value minus the mean value divided by standard deviation. Let's quickly finish this. That is divided by 35. So it will be Z value will be equals to 120 minus 165. 120 minus 165 divided by 35. So I'm getting negative 1.285, negative 1.2857. So I think we should round it off to negative 1.29. Sir, I will be needing probability of Z is like it less than 1.29. Exactly same question as the previous one. It will be better to, this will you will not be able to find. It will be 1 minus probability of Z is less than 1.29. So the answer will be coming, students. The probability of Z is less than 1.29. If we look at the table, 1.29 should be this thing, 0.9015, okay? So 0.9015 and 1 minus 0.9015. So will give us very small area percentage. That will be, this is the estimated proportion, sir. That is 0.0, almost 9% or almost 9%, okay? 0.0985. Understood? Got it? So part A is done. Exactly repetitive question from the January. Sir, this is June 2021 paper. Part A is done. Next part is for 4 marks again, that we have to split. Chris splits the letter to be sent into 3 categories: heavy, medium, and light, with 1/3 of the letters in each category. So Chris is splitting the letters into equal parts. Okay, guys. So Chris is splitting the letters in equal parts, and heavy, medium, light, with 1/3 of the letters in each category. We have to basically find the weight limits that determine medium letters. Okay, very good. So we have to find, sir, the weight of the limits that will determine the medium letters. So a very good question. I believe that is what they are testing is basically a very good question. कि we have to find what will be the weight of the median letter. Okay, students, so we have to find, sir, what is the weight of the medium letters. What is the weight of the medium letters? So I think there is no space available. Yep. So let's do part B from here, students. So here we go. Part B will be simple. What we need to understand that we will have to make part of 3 parts for this. Okay, follow carefully in the diagram. Let me try to make an accurate diagram as possible. So you'll have to divide this into 3 equal parts. That is this. Let's say this and this and this, 3 equal parts. All of them are, because all of them are normally distributed, and heavy, medium, and light with 1/3 letters in each category, which means if the letters are 1/3 in each category, the probability is same, right? So this is 33% students, 33.33%, and this one also is 33.3%. Everyone getting it with me? Following? Clear on this, guys? Following? Sure about it? So that is what we need to understand here, okay? That basically all of them will be 33 point, or you can say that 1/3 probability, and 1/3 probability, that is better. So what you can basically do is that you can say, you can find out this value, okay? This will be small, medium, and the heavy, okay? Small, medium, heavy, medium, and light. Or heavy, medium, and light, is it? So heavy, medium, and the light. What you have to find is the weight limits. We have to find the weight limits, which means के weight limits का मतलब क्या होगा कि this limit to this limit we have to find कि वो जो medium कहलाएगा, ये what is the basically opposite होगा, ये light वाला ये होगा, medium ये होगा, और heavy ये होगा. सही है? Light will be on the left hand side, heavy will be on the right hand side, and medium will be between. So ये lower limit आ जाएगी medium की, और ये upper limit आ जाएगी. So that's what we have to find, students. ठीक है जी? Hope everyone got this. But now we have to work out. So it will be again, okay, sir, probability of what we are dealing is the x is equals to, so probability of x is less than w. We can work out this way. This is, let's say this is the w. So probability of x is less than the weight will be already these two probabilities. So it will be 1/3 plus 1/3, that is 2/3. Okay, got that clear? So it will be probability of x is less than w will be 2/3. So you can say that it will be almost 66.67%. So here we go. So it will be w minus the mean. So w minus the mean, what is the mean, sir? 165. W minus 165 grams as the mean, divided by standard deviation, sir. Divided by standard deviation, that is 35. So it will be equivalent to the value of this one. That is, this is the probability, sir. You need to get the z value. So z value, will find it from here. So it will be, if we talk about, we have for 0. So we cannot find the probability from here this time. You'll have to go in this table and get it. So 66 point something probability, if you have 66.67 probability, here you go, students. देखें 0.664, तो हमारे पास 0.43 z value आ रही है. We are getting 0.43 as the z value when the probability is 66.64%, which is almost as accurate. It is accurate to our question. So our z value will be, students, sir, our z value will be 0.43. Okay, everyone getting it? The z value for the 66 point will be 0.43. You're going to solve this and get the w value. W minus 165 is equals to 35 times of 0.43. So it will be 35 times of 0.43. That will be 15.05 plus 165 is equals to w. So w is equals to 165 plus 15.05. That is basically 180.05. So here we go, students. We got this as 180.05. So the upper limit is 180. Okay, students. अपर लिमिट फाइंड कर ली सर. मीडियम की अपर लिमिट जो है वो 180 होगी. तो यू कैन इजीली फाइंड आउट द लोअर लिमिट, वो उसके बराबर होगी. तो फॉलो केयरफुली, अंडरस्टैंड करें कि जो हमारा मीन होता है वो बिल्कुल एवरेज पे होता है, बिल्कुल मिडिल में होता है मीन, सर. सो क्योंकि मीन जो है वो 165 है. गेटिंग इट गाइज? अगर 165 और आपकी अपर लिमिट 180 है, तो लोअर लिमिट क्या होगी? मैं हाइट की 150 होगी, सही है। तो यू कैन डायरेक्टली जज आफ्टर दिस, वंस यू गॉट दिस 180, एक वैल्यू अगर आप निकाल ली तो फिर आप सेकंड डायरेक्टली जज करके भी निकाल सकते हैं, बेस्ड ऑन द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द वर्किंग हेयर, कि सर ये बिल्कुल एग्जैक्ट, क्योंकि 160 हमारा मिडिल वैल्यू है। तो द मीडियम लिमिट्स विल बी, मेक श्योर यू राइट डाउन द आंसर, कि सर मीडियम लिमिट्स विल बी 150 to 180 is the medium limits. Okay, 150 to 180 are the medium limits. Okay, got it, guys? Clear? This is the answer. Yes, sir. We have to find the weight limits that determine medium letters. So it will be 150 to 180. इसका second method ये होगा कि आप second working भी कर लें, कि जो lower limit आपने 150 आंसर के थ्रू फाइंड कर लें. How will you find the lower limit? Because जो z वैल्यू यहाँ पर है वो exactly, because सर के probability सेम है, तो यहाँ पर जो है वो पॉजिटिव z वैल्यू होगी, यहाँ पर जो है वही वैल्यू नेगेटिव z वैल्यू हो जाएगी. सो द अदर वे विल बी, जैसे आपने 180 फाइंड करा, सो इट विल बी सर कि आई एम गोइंग टू डू w माइनस 165 नेगेटिव 0.43 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 35. ठीक है, तो नेगेटिव करेंगे तो नेगेटिव 0.43 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 35 एंड एडिंग अप 165 इन इट, तो ये आपके पास 149.95 आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स, which can be rounded off to 150 as the limit. Getting it, guys, with me following? तो वो आप नेगेटिव वैल्यू, बिकॉज 0.43 सेम रहेगा, वैल्यू सेम रहती है, जस्ट द साइन विल चेंज अगर आप लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पर हैं और राइट हैंड साइड पर नहीं है. ठीक है, तो पार्ट बी इज ऑल्सो डन. लेट मी नो एनी डाउट्स, एनी क्वेश्चन. दोनों मेथड से आप कर सकते हैं इसको. ठीक है, so we have done part B as well. Then we have to talk about, sir, part C. So part C जो है कि a heavy letter is chosen at random. So we have a heavy letter which is chosen at random. We have to find the probability that this letter weighs less than 200 grams. Okay, a heavy letter is chosen. We have to find the probability that the letter weighs less than 200 grams. So again, this one is not difficult. Just have to find the probability that the letter weighs less than 200 grams. So you have to find the probability that the letter weighs less than 200 grams, but it's a heavy letter is chosen. So यहाँ पर पहले इसकी probability find करेंगे और उसको फिर divide कर देंगे by the heavy letter, जो आपका heavy letter probability है उससे हम divide कर देंगे. ठीक है, that is basically conditional probability they are testing here. Conditional probability in normal distribution they are testing. Okay, students, conditional probability being tested in the normal distribution chapter. Okay, sir, we have to find the weights, we have to find the probability, we have to find the probability that this letter weighs less than 200 grams. Okay, so it will be very simple. It will be, sir, 200 minus, it will be the z value, that is z value, it will be 200 minus, z value will be 200 minus the 165 and divided by 35 to get the z value, sir. Okay, and once you get the z value, you will find out the probability, students. So here we go, sir. It will be this thing, and I'm just making a bracket here, and let's again just the same way कि ये 165 है, 200 यहाँ पर होगा. We need the probability. This is very simple to get. Okay, have we find out already less than 200? We haven't find the probability for less than 200, right? तो पहले हमें 1 मार्क के लिए वो फाइंड करनी पड़ेगी कि सर probability of less than, हम बेसिकली ये फाइंड कर रहे हैं. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, कि probability of less than 200. Here we have 165 as the mean value, middle value, and 200 is here. So here we go. What the value is coming? Z value is equals to coming. इसमें आपको डायरेक्ट आंसर मिल जाएगा. So it's coming 1. So probability of Z 200 minus 1. So Z is 1. So we have to find the probability of Z is less than 1, students, which will be coming, sir. ये इसका आंसर यहाँ पर आई एम श्योर मिल जाएगा कि अगर आपकी Z वैल्यू 1 है और अगर आपकी Z वैल्यू एग्जैक्टली 1 है, तो here we go, it's 0.8413. Okay, 0.8413 is the probability if your Z value is less than 1. So here we go, sir. 0.8413 is the probability of this here. And then you will have to divide this probability by what? 0.841, 0 point. Understanding? Okay, basically, अच्छा, इसमें से एक मिस्टेक है क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये है कि वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड क्लियरली हियर कि वी आर चूजिंग अ हैवी लेटर, ओके। सो वी आर चूजिंग अ हैवी लेटर। सो हैवी लेटर किसके बाद स्टार्ट होता है? फॉलो केयरफुली सर। हैवी लेटर 200 तो हैवी लेटर है, बट हैवी लेटर स्टार्ट हो रहा है फ्रॉम 180 टू, फ्रॉम 180 हैवी लेटर स्टार्ट हो रहा है। सही है, गेटिंग इट गाइस? बल्कि मैं आपको मेंशन भी करता हूँ यहाँ पर फॉर योर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इजी पर्पस के, क्योंकि हमें यहाँ पर लिख लेते हैं कि लाइट जो है, बेसिकली लाइट जो है वो लेस देन 150 होंगे, लेस देन 150 ग्राम्स लाइट है। मीडियम जो है, क्योंकि हमने उसका लिमिट इंटरवल फाइंड करा, मीडियम आर बेसिकली 150 ग्राम्स टू 180 ग्राम्स मीडियम्स हैं सर, एंड हैवी आर बेसिकली मोर देन 180 ग्राम्स, ओके। सो व्हाट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमें इस आंसर को, जो हमारी प्रोबेबिलिटी आई है, इसको हमें माइनस करना पड़ेगा लेस देन 180 वाले आंसर से, जो कि था कि 2/3 था। तो विल हैव टू सबट्रैक्ट दिस विद द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ 0 पॉइंट, जो हमने 2/3 की प्रोबेबिलिटी की थी कि 0.6667 कर लें आप, या 0.667 कर लें। तो यह आपका न्यूमरेटर होगा सर, कि बिकॉज यू आर ट्राइंग टू गेट, फॉलो वेरी केयरफुली स्टूडेंट्स, कि सर वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट द प्रोबेबिलिटी बिटवीन 180 एंड 200। इज एवरीवन गेटिंग? तो हम ये पूरी प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड नहीं कर रहे हैं स्टूडेंट, हम बेसिकली इवेंचुअली न्यूमरेटर के लिए हम ये फाइंड कर रहे हैं, और इसको हम डिवाइड कर देंगे कि ये हो जाएगा 0.8413 माइनस 0.667। तो सर ये आ रहा है 0.1743 स्टूडेंट्स, 0.1743, एंड दिस विल बी डिवाइडेड बाय द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ द कंप्लीट हैवी, क्योंकि वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड स्टूडेंट्स कि ये जो है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है ये। व्हाट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है कि यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक जो है ना वो पूरा हैवी है, 180 से ऑनवर्ड्स लेकर पूरा हैवी चलेगा। हमने बेसिकली एक पार्ट ऑफ फाइंड करा है कि हमें चाहिए था कि लेस 180 ये रहा, और हमने बेसिकली ये प्रोबेबिलिटी फाइंड किया, तो उसको डिवाइड कर देंगे टोटल प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ उसके साथ, जो कि 0.333 है, या आप 1/3 से भी डायरेक्टली डिवाइड कर दें, तो आई थिंक आसान हो जाएगा। 0.1743 डिवाइड बाई 1/3, सो आई एम गेटिंग 0.5229. So we can say 523 will be the answer, 0.523. It is correct, and you will be awarded all 3 marks. Let me know. This was important explanation. Clear, guys? Understood? So part C is done, in which we got conditional probability. जो January 2021 था, we also got that as well. Okay, so January 2021 was also a conditional probability question. Let me write it down. कि वहाँ पर भी लिख देते हैं कि this was also a conditional. Part C was conditional probability in this paper. So make sure you practice on these questions. How will you get them correct to get the full marks? Okay, so conditional probability here as well. And I believe जब exact question similar है, तो last part जो है वो क्या होगा, वो basically सर हमारा binomial distribution होना चाहिए. So let's work it out, last part for this question as well. So it will be, okay, with what we have is basically, okay, we have the last part, that is, Chris chooses a random sample of 3 letters from those in the mail room one day. Find the probability that there is one letter in each of these categories. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay, so what we have been given is basically we have to find the probability that there is one letter, find the probability that there is one letter in each of the 3 categories. Okay, a sample of 3 letters is chosen from those in the mail room one day. Sample of 3 letters from those in the mail room. So all of them are in the mail room, and there is one letter in each of the 3 categories. Okay, so we have to find basically के तीनों जो लेटर्स हैं वो तीनों कैटेगरीज में से एक एक है, एक स्मॉल कैटेगरी में से, एक मीडियम कैटेगरी, एक लाइट कैटेगरी में से, एक मीडियम कैटेगरी से, और एक हैवी कैटेगरी से है। हमने ये सैंपल चूज करना है, तो इट विल बी वेरी सिंपल कि हम जो है वो प्रोबेबिलिटीज को इस तरह करेंगे। गाइस फॉलो करें, ये तो इजी पार्ट है, यहाँ पर हम यहीं पे कर लेते, मसला नहीं है। तो व्हाट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, आप कह सकते हैं कि स्मॉल, सॉरी, लाइट, मीडियम एंड हैवी। ठीक है, तो ये 1 ऑप्शन हो गया। तो क्या हो जाएगा सर, लाइट की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है 1/3, मीडियम की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या है 1/3 एंड हाइट हैवी की प्रोबेबिलिटी है 1/3. बट दे कैन चेंज देयर प्लेसेस इन हाउ मेनी वेज सर? सो दे कैन चेंज देयर प्लेसेस स्टूडेंट्स इन 3 फैक्टोरियल वेज. मैं लिख देता हूँ, लाइट मीडियम हैवी, लाइट हैवी मीडियम, मीडियम लाइट हैवी, or medium heavy light, and then it can be height medium light and height light medium. Okay, so these are the 6 possible options. That is why I have multiplied this with 3 factorial, sir. So 1/3, 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, and 3 factorial is basically 3 2s are 6. So 6/27 will be 3 2s are 6 and 3 9s are 27. So this is for 3 marks, 2/9 the answer. This is basically part from chapter number 4 probability. Okay, students, chapter number 4 probability, this question is being tested. Part D is done here. Okay, let me know. Got it clear on this? Sure about it? Any questions? Guys, got it? Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, so make sure practice more questions. Okay, take one as an assignment for the October 2021. Do take a screenshot and send me. Just do it now in the classwork. As soon as I end the class in 10 minutes. So just send me in 10 minutes this question after solving, or not 10 minutes. It will take 15 minutes, or take 15 minutes and send me by next 20 minutes. Okay, this question. Okay, guys, try it out now. It's exactly almost similar level will be tested. Okay, so it's a little bit more 4, 7, 10, 13. It's a 15 marks question. Okay, getting it, guys? Clear with me? But होगा उसी level का, सही है? तो just do it now and send me in 15-20 minutes. Okay, I'm waiting on the WhatsApp. Okay, guys, clear? ठीक है, एक तरह से क्लास वर्क असाइनमेंट हो जाएगा. So it will help you practice, understand. Let's see how many people got this topic. Okay, got it, guys? So we'll continue from here now in the next class. Okay, thank you. Any questions? Anything to ask?
No, sir, it's clear.